on. Oh, you wish you were my leave. I cheated the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Bounce on that shit, can. Bounce on that shit, can.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, we're gonna start. Cut the music off. We're gonna start with Love and Hip Hop recap from last night, and then we're going to jump into Kimora. Now, Kimora has 3 episodes we're gonna talk about. I know we're behind. A lot. I'm sorry. A lot has happened, so we're gonna talk about that. So let's get into Love and Hip Hop first, and then we're gonna go into that. So from Love and Hip Hop, it started with Miami Tip going ahead, doing a photo shoot. And she had her son and her boyfriend there. And her son, who just went to college, he's still in college, he's almost done. He took a major, I think, in photography and business or something like that. And she wanted him to do a photo shoot. They've been doing a lot of those. He is the like when you see her take pictures like professionally, it is Miami Tip son. Like when it comes to like clothes on pictures with them and stuff, he does that. So basically, she was having a conversation with him. She was doing that. And then after it, she had a conversation with her boyfriend. And she was telling her boyfriend about the Amada stuff. And he was like, if you know she a liar and she called the police on her baby daddy, why would you, why do you care to be around her? And she was telling him why and stuff like that. And he said, listen, in order for us to work, I don't want to hear about them because every time we have a conversation, it's about them. And you need to choose between me and you. So then we have Trina and Joy going into a nail spa day after everything that happened with her sister. And she was talking about Samantha and how a lot that was going on. And she was saying how Trina was saying how she, getting ready, she did her book and she wants to do a movie about her life. And it was funny because she was like, wait, I'm sorry. And like State Farm, we will be good neighbors. So she was doing a Miami. She was in a Miami Tale video, acting. I think it was like a movie, and she said, and they showed the part where she's in like State Farm. We will be good neighbors, and everybody started laughing. I was like, oh my god, that take us way back into the early 2000s. But anyway, Trina was saying, like she did her book and she wanted to do the movie, and she does have a little acting. I really think Trina can get Lifetime to sell her movie. I'm gonna tell you why. We seen Keisha Cole. We seen who else did they do a movie on? Tony's life. All these artists' life. I really believe Trina can do a Lifetime movie about her life. Like seriously, she can do it. Like we're not gonna play. Like she can. So then Joy and Trina having a conversation, and she was talking about how everything with Samantha. And she say her bank account is depleted because she's still staying in a hotel, and she guess she'll be staying in that hotel because what transpired between Trina and Samantha. And she knew Samantha wanted clout because Samantha did a whole lengthy paragraph about how, being on the show is the devil and all this and that. And, a whole long post. And I was just like, first of all, if the show is the devil and you came on the show to try to talk to your sister and spill her business, and then she came out, and Joy was like, she said how she slept with Trick or whatever, but you came on the show, Samantha, to spill her business, and then it didn't plan out for you like you thought it did. Now you don't want to be on the show. And I feel like that's cap, because if you knew you were coming on the show, why would you say that it was so demonic and so evil, and then now you don't want to be on the show? But these are the people that just gave you a check for real. So, child, I agree. At this point, we don't care to see her sister no more. So then we go to where Amada is going to meet up with Bobby. So Bobby is, checking out, basically like some outfits, some lingerie, because Bobby has a birthday, for his birthday party. He was having like a alter ego theme, and he was bringing us to meet Vanity. Now we met Vanity before, but I want to say Vanity is what Bobby can't say. And I agree with Bobby when he said that. He was like, it's somebody I can't say, but she focused on the music lane and stuff like that. One thing about Bobby looked great. Bobby looked good. Bobby looked healthy. We know that Bobby talked about in the past of substance and stuff, and he looks good, y'all. And he looks, happy, healthy, and enjoying life. So I love that for Bobby. And we have met Vanity before. Now, Vanity is where he put on the 40-inch bust down, 40-inch bust down. Or he'll do it like, with the, I mean, Vanity be cute, honey. Vanity be dressed up with the booty cheeks out and the nails and all that get up and stuff. So he said he wanted to have an alter ego. And then they were having a conversation about Miami Tip. And Bobby was like, it's hard to be friends with Miami Tip, because she was like, there's gonna be, she gonna be there. And Bobby told Amara, listen, she gonna be there. But Bobby was like, it's kind of hard to be her friend, because it's like I don't have my sharing with her like everybody else. And it's kind of hard to be her friend because of what's going on. So then Amara decided to tell him about Tip, Hot Topic, and he was like, I had my run-in with Hot Topic because, of the stuff that she did with Trina marriage and stuff. And the new girl, I don't forget how to say the new girl name. The new girl is not that memorable to me. She always says she don't want to be in drama. I'm not feeling the new girl. I'm not feeling the singing new girl. I'm not feeling her. She got to pick and choose of who she want to have a drama with, who she don't, and then want to talk about music. I'm not with it. So anyway, he was just sitting here saying, basically they had their run-ins, and Amara was sitting here telling him how she went to meet up with them, and they were questioning her and kind of badgering her, because he don't want the event to be like last time. And he was questioning her and badgering. They were badgering her about her situation with about her and Alan. And she don't like it, because it was like, why she's so obsessed with it. And then she was like, if they had so much going on and getting money like they say they do, then this wouldn't be happening. Here is my thing. I didn't know that Amara and Tip fell out because Tip wasn't on the show. I remember Tip talking to the baby mama in honor of Amara and getting the tea and giving it back. But then I didn't know that when she wasn't filming around that time, that Amara spilled a drink in Tip's face, and Tip never forgave about it. I didn't know that. But let's continue. So that's why she said she told her man that, she put a drink in her face and she won't vengeance. But anywho, basically, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, what the hell? Because now Bobby is just now finding out that Tip is cool with the girl Gina. And he was like, shut the fuck up. Like, what you mean? Like, y'all cool? Like, what kind of, like, Bobby ain't with that. So, they went down memory lane and stuff that happened. And he feel like everybody's in their in the business and feelings. And I feel like Alan need to be held accountable. Tip and all them need to hold Alan accountable. And your Miami Tip felt your Miami, Lord Jesus. Miami Tip feel like Amara called on Alan. I don't think she called on Alan. I don't think that's who it was. The person that was in that car ready to get on this show called on Alan. And y'all can't convince me, because that wife knew more about that scamming than Amara knew. Let's just be clear. So, okay, so let's move forward. So then we come into Kent Jones. He performs at Big D's birthday party, and Joy confronts, Trick Daddy. So the man with the little pimp hat on is Kent Jones. Now, I never heard of Kent Jones. Maybe I have and I don't remember. Maybe he didn't look like that before. And he performed at a birthday party. So he was saying his name is Kent Milk with the Silk Jones. And he said about, oh, that's him. I remember him, but he didn't do that with when he came. Hold on, Kent. When you became Mr. Preston Curl Pimp Daddy over here? I remember all the long luscious hair. You done got a perm. You done got the stuff on. Like when this happened. So he said he had a spiritual journey, and he went with some deceased. He woke up to a spiritual journey about some deceased funk star. So now he doing funk music. And Trick Daddy was there. And Trick Daddy looking like okay. So now it's a funk songstress. He got a candle and singing and rapping, and Trick Daddy looking around like what the hell is going on. And he said that his grandma told him, Kent, because Trick Daddy looking like what the fuck. Told that before she passed away, that's what she wanted him to do. The music ain't that bad though. But my thing is, when you not pimp daddy, yeah. So he's singing, everybody dancing, Joy and Trina is there. So it's like a nice little party. Trick Daddy said he confused and laughing, and he know Kent Jones from Rain Back, and he was the first Chinese, and now he up here squinting that eye, Kent girlfriend, now the Asian girl, yeah, and he singing and singing soul music and kissing the candle. And Trick Daddy say, and then the Big D asks what you think. He told me some what the hell going on. And Big D say I'm about to call him Big Daddy, but Big D can say he see how to Trick this is new. Like this, he ain't did this before. So then they're having a conversation. Everything looked like it's going well and swell over. And then all of a sudden, guess who pop up? Joycey, Trick Daddy. And she side eyeing him. And she said, "This is the first time I've seen him since she threw water all over him and he kicked out and told her to get the hell out of his house." That's what he said. But she said tonight she was settled that she gonna check him. So she put a drink down. Joy is there with Trina and her man, her husband, and this her husband, okay? And then Joy go put her Trick and say one stand for all for Joy. And so she telling Trick, let's go. Come on outside. Let us have a conversation. She need to talk to him. Baby, the way she talking to him, like, I see she used to check him in the marriage. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see that. Who did the checking too? And then he said when she said she wanted holler, he should have said no. So they talking, and Trick was like, please don't talk with your hand. Is they outside, they just have a conversation. And then Joy said the energy ain't regular. And he been with the sister. She went to go see her sister and say that the whole time they were married, he slept with the sister. So Trick is standing there looking. And then she said the whole time we been in Miami, you can tell me about my sister. He just standing there looking. And she said Trick that Chef Eater gonna belong to her. And all the stuff. So that's why he ain't divorced her. So basically, Trick know that if she divorced him, she could take over the she said she gonna take the restaurant. So they got to be trying to work on their marriage or something. And while she going through this rough time, she could take the restaurant. She said she could take the house and everything else he got. Exactly what she just said. She said she could see him in court since he want to play in court. I haven't watched the clips yet, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. But she could see him in court and wish she never did none of that. She walked out and she said, F you, she walked down the street and she proceeded to leave out the vicinity. So then we go on to the next thing. You got Pinky Dot exposed her relationship with Jacquay. So basically, her and Jacquay is in a relationship, and I'm not appalled by it because we know this Jacquay. So Pinky Dot and Jacquay get into it. Oh, she exposed her relationship. So she in a relationship with somebody. So she supposed to be in a relationship with somebody, and she telling Jacquay she in a relationship. So she went behind his back to go see Trick Daddy, and she went behind Jacquay Trick to go see Trick Daddy because so they're not a relationship, y'all. My bad, but he went. She the relationship they got a business relationship. He her manager. Y'all know how Jacquay is about his artists. So Jacquay said, well, he didn't say Pinky Dog said, but you could tell he was about to say, hold. He said, hold up. So Pinky Dog proceeds to tell him that Trick Daddy, he didn't understand. Jacquay didn't understand her vision. He didn't see what she wanted. She went behind his back to talk to Trick Daddy. Y'all know how Jacquay is about his music. Y'all know how he is about his management. We seen him before when he was with Rich Dollars. He wasn't with all that. Like y'all know that, right? So he like, hold up, hold up. She say, because you weren't listening to me, you was get, and he softened her and all this and that. So he was like, what? So wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Somebody in the comments said Pinky Dog and Jacquay is together. Because they say I learned the hard way in life, never miss business with pleasure. So they saying that the relationship is giving Stevie J and Jocelyn. It kind of does. So he said, you're gonna do things behind my back while you here. And she said her thing is to be heard. And you really he said you really connecting with people because he see your business. So Jacquay said he's supposed to be able to trust the relationship with his artist. And he became very close with her, meaning that he frustrated because they're in a relationship. I'm trying to figure this out. So she wanted to come out on the song, so he got mad. So now Pinky Dog getting in his face, and he was like, "Well, tell me about the song." And she was like, "Why you think this funny?" So she picked up the whipped cream, and like she finna whip cream this nigga pants on his shoes, and say, "Why are you talking to me like it's a problem? Talk to me regular." He say, "What you mean I talk like this?" And say, "You know me, and I know you." So now they act like they getting into an altercation. So now she's screaming, he arguing back and forth and saying that he acted funny. And she react that way because the monotone that he gave her, like he don't want to understand her vision. Now I ain't gonna talk no more about this. Let me just say this. You never miss business with pleasure. We knew that was coming anyway. So let's go. I'm not going to talk about that. First of all, she went to go see somebody without you. You felt some type of way. She should have had a discussion with you. You should have had a discussion with her. You should listen to her. She go artist/girlfriend, not because you smashing. You still doing that mess that y'all did on New York because you smashing. You should understand. We ain't gonna talk about it. I'm not doing it. That was a mess. They got into a screaming match. They broke up. They probably back together and done had great sex. Who knows? Anyway, Kent Jones received criticism from Big D. Basically, I guess he's telling him he didn't like his, you know, I guess his style or whatever. And he's saying people understand that they used to the other stuff, but he's in charge of spiritual guided or whatever. Because he got his turn, so he in the studio. Big D pull up. Big D is a music producer. He's a really big music producer in the South Beach area. Okay. Um, but Kent did tell Big D told the truth. He said he got to talk to him because you know what I'm saying. Like he got to let him know what's up. So they sit down and have a conversation. Oh Lord, this look like it's gonna be a mess. And he said he shocked them with the transition because he didn't know that that's what he was doing. He was coming into a new look, and he thought that it'll be back to where it was. But now he with the funk, Pimp Daddy, Kent Jones, and all, excuse me, and all that, and had the candle to perform and stuff, and said it was a moment to connect with his grandma and stuff. And Big D said he understand, but you know he lost somebody in a plane crash and he understand, you know what I'm saying? Now from what I'm seeing, Kent has a health condition. So I don't know what his health condition is. Um I know he said he almost lost his life in that woke his spirit. I'm gonna find out what that is because I kind of skimmed through and I was talking to y'all. No offense. So he want him to tweak some things in a different way with his music. And he want him to change. Big D want him to change his look with the perm and stuff. And he done went back to the perm and saying the women like his perm. And he saying he looking 1970 pimping. He ain't lying. Kent, you look like Pimp Daddy. You know, you need to can't. You look like Snoop uncle with like you his son. Okay, we know you got a health condition. We don't got nothing against that. But with the tucks and the perm is given, you say the wrong oops, go upside your head type. Like you'll sit here and say, if you don't have my money by 5, I'm gonna slap the hell out you. I need my money at 5. That's what it's given. You got different ones. It's given what type of lineup hoe you want. That's what it gives. So we want you to kind of tie it back a look, get you some braids, you know what I'm saying, or twist some, do something different. We know you got the perm, you know what I'm saying, get you yeah, we want that for you, I agree. But he telling him that he thought he was a man. He got the earrings on, the sequins, and the top. And like Big DC, he said, I grew up in that area and that was back then, but we in a new era and ain't nobody checking for it. And Kent was like, we're going to position. He said, not today, you got to get the youngest attention. And he want him to get, and he want the young people to feel his music, but not when they see his dress, it's not that way. So they had a conversation and they basically saying they want him to sell, he want him to sell it a different way. And he understand he's saying, listen, I see you in a different position. I see that you are, I want you to listen to the song, but you still gotta, which understand what Big D saying, you gotta sell the song. And say and Big D told him he got Rick James on him in his grave. But Kent say he respect him, but he not finna hide who he is and he rather do it. So I don't know how this gonna go, y'all. But because Big D told him it's music business and he gotta do business. So they having a conversation about it. Kent saying you're not gonna be digestible and you gotta be one way, and Big D saying you're not listening to him. And they both ain't listening to each other. So Big D say he leaving and he getting up out of there, he don't want to talk. So then we go over to Vanity. We get to meet Vanity. So which is Bobby Party. So it's Amada, Shay, then they lingerie. And honey, let me tell you what Bobby do. I don't even think this was Bobby. I think this was Vanity. Vanity came out to play and said, we ain't gonna have that bitch. It's my time, I shine. He had to bust down lingerie. Everybody got lingerie on. So he got pictures of Tip and Hot Topic and gave it to the security guards, child, and told them if they come to the door, don't let them in. He has a picture like it says no trespassing. Not Miami Tip. Come here. Come here, Tip. Come here, Miami Tip. This your second time being on the shut out list, the sick and shut in list. Don't come in. You supposed to be on the sick and shut in prayer list. We need you to get it together. You should not, first of all, when we first seen you come in, you, Amada, Bobby, and the other people were cool. So my question is, and Shay and Amada was friends, what, season 1 going on season 2? My thing is in my brain, why the hell you gotta do all this and mess it up for y'all friendship? I'm not understanding. Y'all been friends for a while. So, and you were the one that had Bobby get his ish together to be around Trina, to work around Trina. Now, why you got to be messy with Hot Topic? Come on now. Hot Topic, what? Now, Hot Topic, I got to get on you. You say you a blogger. Hot Topic, I need to find your blogging page. We need to see what you got. I know you working with them now. You kind of, I'm going to hide on the back end, but I don't, girl, come out and play. So he gave it to them, and they was like, oh my God. And Shay was like, Wow. So a martyr told Shay what happened, and Shay was like, like she knew. And Shay was telling the mama telling Shay, and Shay just rolling her eyes like, really, that they been with that BS. And when she heard they was accusing, Shay was looking like, what you mean accusing? Like, because Shay, if y'all don't remember, Shay knows exactly what happened between Alan and Amada. Shay was there from the beginning. Remember they fell out? And Shay knew what the deal was. So Shay kind of surprised why that girl is there. So now they find out that Gael is coming. So now Shay just called Gael ugly and old, and she said she don't want to see her, want to be around her. She need to keep her distance from her. So while people are there, Joy show up with her Catwoman suit on, child, and call herself Mistress Kitty. That's her alter ego. So they turn around and she kind of said, hey, or whatever, they all walk out. Now, I didn't know that Shay and Joy still had a problem because I thought they were cool. So Gael walked in with her white dress on and Amada is Shay looking at her up and down. And she talked, so Shay called Gael trash. And then she walks over towards um Bobby and Miss Kitty. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So she can't supposed to come as herself. And see, and Gael says she gonna go old school and come back as herself as Miss Spicy Gael, who like to sit here with a pop ponytail and her butt cheeks. Yeah, y'all know, Miss Sexy Sexy. So Gael said she went to a party, she met her sister, and she didn't know that Samantha was telling everybody her business. So while Shane Amata is laughing and talking, and so she was talking about, and so Shay said that she told Joy that Shay said that they were the same as Gael because they after, and that's not what she said. And she said the things that she heard about Joy is that she's sweet and honest and upfront. She said Samantha and Gael was the same. She did not sit there and said Gael and Shay was the same. That's exactly what she said. She said, from what I know about Joy, that she's sweetheart. They get along, they're cool. She can't understand that coming from her and all of that. That's exactly what she said. She said, I don't see you telling me that's Joy, because that's not Joy. But Gael went back and ran her mouth, child, and lied, honey, and lied to get her vengeance because she wanted to see Joy and Shay get into it. Because she don't like Shay. And then, like Shay said, she want to hear what Joy got to say because she feel like it's a lie. She said, and she said the same thing. She said, if you sleep with your sister husband who would trust you, invade the family. She's talking about Samantha. She wasn't talking about Joy. She said she don't trust her like that. So Joy said for her to never be married and to say her truth is you know. But I feel like y'all wait when it's a reunion because when Joy grabbed up, because Shay did snatch Joy now. But when Joy found out that she never said that and Gael said that, y'all know it's gonna be some mess. And she said that she not the culprit that her sister was. So Miami took a hot topic pop up, and they got their pictures on the back and said no trespassing, do not admit. So they pulling their picture trying to figure out like why are we not there. So they snatched the pictures down. So they said clearly not. So hot topic says clearly not our party. So she walked past security, and they calling Bobby. So the security closed their door. So now Miami trying to figure out how to get through and get in. And she said it's gonna be real bitches getting into the party. So Joy said she believes what Gael was saying. And uh Bobby said Vandy talking about hello. Oh my God. So somehow Tip and Hot Topic walked in. Now Vanity is on the mic. And they see Miami Tip coming and said, Bobby, you know they try facing us? And he said, yes. And he said he want to keep the drama out. And so Miami Tip say, you in the room with a whole bunch of fake bitches. Now, I want to show y'all what Miami Tip looked like. It was given from the Players Club. Everybody stand at attention. There she go right there with that silver on. Stand at attention and saying I'm black and I'm proud. That's what it's giving. She pointing at Amada and say, and you, the word of the street is that you was the reason why your baby daddy is jail. So Joy looking like what? And Shay say, it said something about Shay, and then she say Alan ain't got shit. Shay say Alan ain't got shit to do with me. And I bet your brother went to college with Alan. And now they blaming Shay and Amada for Alan being in jail. And Hot Topic saying all of a sudden now y'all besties and all this and that. And Hot Topic, I'm sorry, Hot Topic say she believed that she set him up because of her brother. So Amada sitting there looking like, girl, please, I would never do that. But so she said to Matthew, man, you gotta add it up. So Joy looking back and forth like, what the fuck? I think they got one more season and then they have the last season after that. I think it's one more because they moved to BT. But I heard that they wasn't coming back after that last season. So I'm not sure in the contract if they have two or one more seasons, but I'm gonna find out and we'll talk about it. Yes, Love and Hip Hop Miami is going to be going. I believe Atlanta is probably going to come next. So Shay was dancing and her tongue got. She said, "You mad because she my friend?" Come on, you don't know that girl going around sleeping with that lady husband. So everybody looking. Shay in Miami Tip are arguing, going back and forth. Then Amara jump in. Hey, Bobby says Vanity take a shot, so they were saying. So everybody was like they ready to see Boots because they know for a fact that guy you like the boy, and Shay was speaking high for. So her conversation never crossed him again. And told him that they need to walk out together. And Bobby said they are the definition of messy and they're not even supposed to be there and all this and that. And then me and Miami Tip said when she come in the room, everybody get triggered. But Miami Tip boyfriend told her to stay out of it. So she say he in the business on your own, and then Miami Tip point at Amara, call her pet and say you're weak things like that. So and all that. So now Hot Topic and them get kicked out, and it's just a mess. And they call them, she called them off with that. So Gaia said she ain't stirring the pot, and she said because her alter ego is Gaia. And say Shay deserves all of that because the way she treated her. All right, y'all. Now let's go to. Oh, Michael Blackson had the baby. Hold on. So next episode, we gonna see the baby. Hold on. So he had his second child. No, not her second child. That one who had the baby. The big girl had the baby. I forgot her name. And her sister threw money at the baby daddy and say, "Go get a DNA test and start scrapping." Kid talking about the woman he met, the love of his not life. Oh, he is so freaky stuff. Oh, he took his toes. He did y'all don't know tricks of being nice, but when he cuts her out, he gonna feel bad. Pinky Dog going off on everybody. I don't know what's going on with Pinky Dog. Michael Black's been talking to his baby mama girlfriend and say no more secrets. Yeah. It's a mess. Anyway, let's go into the moment we've been waiting for. The queen of not just modeling, one of the queens. Okay, one of the queens, but also hold on, let me get some applauses going. Okay. The business owner, the woman of the legendary Baby Fat. And now we have learned that Kimora Lee has Celsius. So if you guys see Celsius energy drink, yes, she is the owner. Clap to her. She has a beauty line. She's looking at some things to come back with for Baby Fat. Yes, I can't wait, baby. Bring us the nostalgia, honey. During these times, we need to feel love. We need to feel love. So Kimora is back with her children. She has okay. So let me bring to you who she has. She has 5 kids. You have Ming Lee, Aoki Lee Simmons, who she shared with Russell Simmons, Kenzo Lee, who is the son of how you say his name, the African actor. You have Gary Lee Foster, and you have Wolf Lee. Okay, those are the name of her kids. Now, Wolf, and she also has an adopted son that we're going to talk about in here. Not adopted, but he's the same age as Wolf Lee. And he stayed with them. He met them in school and stuff, and he's been around since. She is a Jayden is her bonus son. Now, I'm trying to think who Gary dad is. So when she comes back on the show, you have Ming Lee. She break down who Ming Lee is. Ming Lee to me is her mini me. She acts just like her, talk just like her, mannerism is just like her. And we're gonna talk about that last episode, episode 3, where we know Kimora wanted to drop kick. Okay, I'm just saying. But she acts just like her. Now, when we come back, we notice that she is saying how she's running businesses and planning for Wolf's birthday party, which is his 10th birthday party. We get introduced to Jayden, her bonus son, Kenzo, Wolf, Gary. Kenzo is 18. Gary, he's a model as well. Ming, and then we hear about Ayako. I hope I said her name right. But she's not there. She is in Bali. Now, she missed 2 episodes, but she came back for the 3rd one. So she is in Bali. Aoki Lee is in Bali. She was supposed to go for, 2 weeks, which turned into 6 months. Okay. Hey, Cancer 66. It turned into 6 months. So she was like, she missed her. She talked on the phone. They don't talk long, right? So she's saying, listen, y'all get to see everything over again. So she's explaining the girls. Ming and Aoki have confessionals. The other ones don't. So we get into it, for the season episode 1. It was a little light, little cute, and she was explaining the kids, and they were getting ready to go to a event, and Ming had went with her on a red carpet. She get in contact with Aoki Lee. That's when she coming home, and then they started a conversation. She was like, "Oh my god, you guys look so cute! Like, where you guys going?" And she was just like, tell them where they were going, and they hung up because they were pulling up or whatever. When we get into episode 2, oh no, cake testing. This is the funny part. So, Kimora, we're going to jump into that and rally it into 2 and 3, how it's going, what it always has done. Kimora did a cake testing with Wolf. Wolf tried that lemon cake. He said, So Kimora is trying to get him to taste these cakes so he can have what his base is going to be. So it was lemon cake, red velvet. He said he don't like chocolate. He don't like chocolate cake, but he loved the red velvet. He thought the lemon was like a vanilla cake. He was like, cool, it's vanilla. She was like, no, you need to taste it and make sure that it's vanilla. So he read it all over the place. He liked the red velvet. He did not like the lemon. So they went with the red velvet. And once she started eating it, guess who started eating it? We'll start eating it. So I was just like, yeah, typical kids. And also Kimora said her relationship with her daughter is, now we're going into season 2. So she episode 2, I'm sorry. So she relayed her relationship with her daughter with Ming is her mini me. Ming wants to be around. She want to be under her. Everything. That's just her thing. They asked if Ming gonna move out. Ming is 25. Aoki Lee is 22. They asked if she gonna move out. She said no. She said, no, Mom, you told me. She said, remember in the last episode, you told me that I could stay as long as I want. She did. She did. And me never let that go. Ming came out to say, she's proud of her mom. She's seen her mom be both mom and dad a lot of the times. And, it's always been just them, like majority of the time. They've seen her work. They've been with her when she works. Like they understand that like she has a structure and then she got to be good, good cop, bad cop. She was just saying how I know you guys see me when I was young, but everything is different. Because the last time we seen this, Kenzo was born, which was in 2008. So Kenzo was born. He'll be 18. Yeah, he's 18. Kenzo was born. No, he's 17. He'll be 18 this year. Kenzo was born. And remember that was coming into the last season. We got introduced to everything, the changes. That was the last child we saw born on the TV show. And then that didn't work out. Then we see her have another baby, then another baby. So that was the last time. That's all we got to see. So Kimora was sitting here, she came back into play, and she was checking out glasses and stuff for the business and see how everything is going in her office. So she FaceTimes Ming. And Ming, that's episode 1. Yeah, but we getting into it. And Ming, let me just tell you everything instead of episodes. We'll go after that. And Ming is going to Coachella with her friend. She was like, I'm suntanning. Kimora say, ma'am, you need a hat on. You need something. We have a photo shoot tomorrow. Like, she say, do you got on sunscreen? She say, no carbs, none of those drinks. I hope you're not drinking. She say, yeah, tequila. She was like, tequila? She say, yeah, we're drinking tequila. Kimora said, ma'am, do you not understand that'll keep me skinny? She said, that don't look like it. It looks like a beer. She say, no beer. That's a lot of carbs. So she say, be here on time for the shoot. She say, she'll be there. Baby, tell me why the next morning come. Guess who coming home when the sunlight just came up? Ming. Ming is tired. She aggravated. Kimora is eating her breakfast for the photo shoot or whatever. And she say, that's my seat. Move over. Oh my God. She's mad. And she was like, well, we see that you got a lot of bracelets on. You had fun. So she tell the confession. She say, listen, I understand my kids are grown. They can do whatever they want to do. She say, but my thing is, as a parent, that I'm not ready for is the not answering the phone calls. I want to make sure you okay, which is that is normal. She say, Aoki Lee is around the world. She don't barely answer. You got me who I just answer the phone calls, right? So they go there and they're getting dressed, and Ming is a little upset. She wants her sleep. She want to get this over and done with, putting the makeup on. They get into a little argument in the car on the way there. It's an argument, and it's so funny because we have watched Kimora say, you better not drop that plate. Girl, I'm not playing with you. And then now we see Ming get an attitude. She said, girl, I'm not playing with you. And people in the comments like, she trying to hold it, y'all. She's trying so hard not to get into their butt. She trying so hard. So they did have the birthday party. Birthday party went great. Kimora tried to put the helmet on, and she didn't have a light. She put it on. She tried to go kart. She pulled to the side. She didn't even hit the first lap. She said, I had enough. She told the kids, have fun. I'm not finna be. She done walked off and had mommy time, and all them kids was having fun eating all the cake they want to eat. That's before the photo shoot. So we get to the photo shoot. Baby, the photo shoot was, let me see. The dress that she had on, the photo shoot went well. It was the dress that she wore on the red carpet. Now, before that, the day before that, we're gonna get into the piercings to the red carpet, and it turned out cute. She fitted. She said she always wear my clothes, and she looked it just like her. She said she always wear my clothes, but to see her as a grown woman is so beautiful to see. So let's get into her talking to her friend who's been around for years. I remember her. I remember all her friends because she was friends with Kim Porter and 2 or 3 other ladies. And she was having a conversation with her friend the next day for dinner, and they were talking about how the kids are growing up. She's not ready for it. And she was talking about how the teenagers asked for tattoos, said no, and her friend agreed to saying no. And then we got introduced to the friend, and the friend, she's been friends with her for years, but we learned that she's been with her since 2020. she moved in around that time, and now the kids see her because they used to hide her keys and they didn't want her to go. So the friend is like a auntie, a sister. She's been around a lot as well. So then they talked about piercings, and the kids came and asked her, and they was like, was she glad that the kids came and asked, because she said no to tattoos, because y'all know how Kimora is when it comes to certain stuff. She got questions, just like she asked with the go-kart helmet, does it have lice? She like, I'm not touching that. We're not, no, we can't do that. We have to be healthy, be great. We have to be, no, we're not doing that. So she said that, tattoos be effective. So they all agreed on to piercings. Now the friend said that, it's great because this new generation of teenagers, they feel like they want to, which is true. They do what they want to do. They don't have to ask you. She said, well, that's not just the only thing, it's because they're broke. I died laughing. She said, no, I'm not ready for it. Oh my God. She said, yeah, then you got to get ready for girlfriend. She said, that's already happening. So Wolf didn't get a piercings, but Jaden, Gary, and Kenzo got piercings. They got their ears pierced. She took them to get their ears pierced, and one by one, they got their ears pierced, and she cried. She cried. And she said, oh my God, it takes me back to where Mean and Naoki got their hair pressed out. And she cried like a baby. She was like, oh my God, next they're going to get married. Like, what is this? And she cried, and we got left there. Now, so she didn't want to be there for that. So on the next episode, which is episode 3, now that is 1 and 2. Let's get into 3. So guess who decides to come from 6 months in Bali? Aoki. So she comes, she said, Mom, I'm home. She sit down and finally do her confession. And she gives her mom a kiss. And Ming is looking like, wow, look who's finally home. So, she doesn't know more from her sister, so she come home. And she's saying she went to Harvard. She graduated in 2023. She went to New York, did some modeling. And then she decided, she went to Harvard at 16. I remember that, and graduated in 2023. Then she went to college. And she wanted just the water and healing and stuff. And she was telling her mom about her experience, you know, and her family was surprised because, like, Kimora said she just got up in the middle of the night and just freaking left. And Kimora said it was a middle of the night message that she got, that she was in Bali, so she missed the holiday pictures that they took together, and all the times going on, she okay with it after a while. So she says she's an adult. She tried to practice, excuse me, being an adult and everything. So Kimora said now she back forever. And Haoki say, not forever. She said, girl, don't play with me. This is one thing, Haoki. I want to know how many times as we gonna hear the iconic, girl, don't you play with me. Baby, she told them kids so many times, don't play with me. So many times now we have that back to where she and they grow. And come on, remember you said on the table, say, bring me some more. Now you got boys. You got boys. See what I mean? You got boys. Like, come on. Let this change. All right. So she's had packing to do. She's got packing and stuff. And say she's going somewhere. She asked her when. And did you fall in love? And did you find yourself? She said, did you fall in love? She said, no. Did you find yourself? She said 90% of herself. And she said she loved that. She loved her. And she said she missed her and she been so far away and she's so glad she's back. So she fits her like this cute little iced coffee drink and then put whipped cream on it. And she said, long as Ayoka is happy and, healthy, she's fine. And she said she believes that every mom want that and want her well adjusted and happy. And long as she comes home, like they can be grown, they can enjoy themselves, just come home. That's just like in the parent. Listen, come home. So, she was saying how, the iced coffee is good. And she say some things like it's better at home than going to go get something. And then, Kimora said her coffee is one thing that's better than home. And she seen Kenzo and she called him so much and she gave him a hug and then he hugged his sister and said he missed her. And he's sitting here eating takeout instead of putting the food on the plate. So you know that grind more gives. She say that Kenzo won his ring and stuff. And she asked him again, "Do you miss me?" He said, "You missed a lot." And he said he tried calling her often, she don't answer. Now, a lot of people said that about Aoki while she was in Bali. They called her, she did not answer. Ming say she would text her because they're so close in age, like they did everything. Ming say they did everything. Ming was so hurt. She was hurt, y'all. She say it was so cute. She was like, me and my sister grew up, we did everything together. But now that we're grown, it's like I understand she want to find out who she is as an individual, but can you just pick up the phone? Y'all gotta understand they're 3 years apart. So that's who she grew up with. It wasn't like, yeah, her brothers came in, they love their brothers and stuff, but having that bond, like growing up from toddler babies to adults, that is her thing. Like that is her girl. That is her best friend. I remember before when she used to talk to her on the phone. We used to see it on when she used to post it and they would comment in each other post and they would like FaceTime, like the blogs would pick it up when they posted it. It was all the time. And then it was like Aoki was like, yeah, I graduated early. I think the thing with Aoki is I graduated early. I went to college early. I graduated early. Like now I'm a young adult. I have to figure this out. And she's very, very articulate and smart, you can tell. I gotta figure this out. Like, I'm beyond my years. What are we doing? And that's what I get from her. So it's kind of like she grew up a little fast, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like she had the brain. Like it was just me is smart, but you're smart too now. I'm not saying that. But it was like, y'all know them Tia from Sister Sister and how Tia was basically just, oh my God, I have to do this. Oh my, like she wanted to get out of that of not being perfect all the time. And you kind of see that because like she's perfect, but she, yeah, you get it. So he was talking about he don't miss nobody, but Kimora say it's tension because he said how he feel. They miss her, but they don't like how she left. She missed a lot. And all the kids are kind of like, like, oh, hi, because she barely communicated. She just got up and left. And I think that's what bothers the kids because they're like, dang, like, you left. You ain't think about calling us. You think about texting us. So we don't matter. So Kenzo is upset. He said, you came up to me and scoot over. He said, I don't know what's not in English. So yeah, they're arguing. So now he laughing because he was like, you're not going to start teaching me how to talk. And she was like, okay. So she was like, she's surprised at Kenzo being that way because she been gone for 6 months. But they miss their big sister. They just mad at I get this is what I get. She didn't answer the phone. Ain't no telling what they called about. And they might want to tell her before they tell their mom, you know what I'm saying, or their other sister. And they wanted to call her and tell her she didn't answer. So they kind of make them upset because they're like, dang, you just left. You ain't say nothing. Did we do something wrong? But they'll be there, right? She say she don't know how to call. Nobody call her. Like, okay, it's still a mess. So he want to fight home. and she finally changed it. Then she changed on into another country. And she said, "Come your basketball game." Like he said, "Oh no, no, no." He say Aoki being somewhere is not unusual. She always somewhere. But she say it just feel like they don't care that her siblings don't care that she is back, and that hurt her feelings. She asked where her sister was. She said she spent the night with her, I guess her friend, and she said, "Well, why she not here welcoming me?" And Kimora was like, "Really?" And then now Aoki saying that she don't think we miss her because she's not home. And then she say she would freeze. If we phrase it, you believe that me miss her. So she wanna offer her service to model for so she said Kimora said she wanna offer her services to model for baby fat. I'ma say this before we get into that. These two is mini Kimoras all the way. Like I see why she just sit there and look at them like, wow. I have my hands full with the grown ones. They are her. So Ayoki say today, and she say, "Yeah, can you do it today?" So it's Baby Fat Swimwear. So you guys, Kimora, it will be coming back out with Baby Fat Swimwear. I know y'all remember Baby Fat. Baby Fat. Let me tell you, hold on. Before we get into it, let me tell y'all about Baby Fat. Baby Fat was the ish. All y'all celebrities that y'all love, the it girls, model for Baby Fat or was at Baby Fat fashion show. And they wore Baby Fat. The jeans, the fur coat, the boots. You even she helped her nieces, Vanessa and Angela. And I still say her niece because they still have a rapport with each other. I seem like to me when it came to business with pastries. She had Baby Fat and pastries. She helped get pastries. Y'all remember the tennis shoes together. Baby Fat was that girl, the shirt. Baby, you if you didn't have on a Baby Fat, you in a nice up, like the up hair down, top up, cute with the look. You just wasn't that. If you didn't have the swoop bang ponytail with your Baby Fat, or the nice your mama ain't have that nice little bangs was supposed to be side part or low cut, you just wasn't it. Baby Fat was that girl. Baby Fat let you know, I'm here. I'm here. Anybody that know Baby Fat was that, I'm here. Baby, you was that girl with the Baby Fat in the shoes. You couldn't tell nobody nothing. And if you didn't have the boots, you had the little, if you didn't have the pastries, you had your little K-Swiss and Reeboks and Skechers and stuff. It had to be cute. It had to go to the top of the line. This was before, in the Converses. This was before we got the Jordans. Then the Jordans start to creep in. And then that's when they started adding the Jordans with it and the pastry, all that. If you didn't wear the boots, you wasn't that. Baby, it was a time to be alive. Baby Fat took over. You had Rockaware, and then you had Baby Fat. You couldn't tell nobody nothing. I'm not gonna say Sean John because Sean John had some stuff too. The boys liked this low. That was a thing. Okay. You had apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Baby, it was a time to be alive. It was so many of celebrities. Then House of Darion, poop dropped in. Those were the jeans that made. This is what Fashion Over get the jeans that make your booty pop from. They were the tier of have it sit pretty and nice and natural. Get you a good little brassiere and have your little or your polo. It was the apple bottom, not just the apple bottom, the Baby Fat too. The little cat meow was on your booty, on the pocket, honey. It was a thing, baby. I loved me a Baby Fat. Had me a Baby Fat cute winter coat. The book, what? Couldn't tell me nothing with the G. It was Baby Fat all day. Baby Fat was that girl. And if you are not a millennial and you came up after Baby Fat, go look it up, baby. The fur coat, baby, the whole line was top tier. Then she dropped, when she dropped that darn swimwear, the girls went crazy. Baby, you talking about the It Girls was modeling on the what? What? Baby, you had to have a baby fat swimwear. Plus the baby fat was a thing. Nice press and curl with a baby fat outfit. And you going out, you was that girl. They would flock to you. You was it. Mm-mm. No, don't talk. And then when they came with the chirp chirp baby fat phone, it was over. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Baby. Kimora, please bring it back because we are going through so much right now and we need a little memory of a good nostalgia. And it's very hard around this time right now. We would love because she was in talks of bringing it back. So I hope we see Baby Fat 2026. I will be at the store. I'll be at the store. We have all these artists from the early 2000s coming back, finishing what they started. We got to have the Baby Fat outfits, honey. Okay? B2K coming out with another, all of the members, and Pretty Ricky and all the members. We need Baby Fat. We gonna need it for this concert. See, I was gonna spray paint, do the old, but now, baby, just drop the Baby Fat before March. That's cool. We ain't gotta do that. Let me get my Baby Fat on. Okay, so let's go back. So she said it was a big deal because she needed her to do it. And I think it was a big deal because she's getting ready to launch Baby Fat Swimwear, which is I cannot wait. I'm so excited for her. And, you know, they decided to do that. So Ayoki get dressed to go style for it. Oh, this is so cute. So you guys, she's shooting with her friend photographer who's an engineer. He's done Times Square. He did her when she was had nothing on Baby Fat Billboard in 2004, 2003, 2004. He did that. Yes, so she's working with him again to do it for Aoki Lee. So she's working with Marcus again. And these swimsuits are hot. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna pause it and just show you the picture. And so now he's saying what he's gonna do. He's gonna put her on the roof on the car child. And she has oh my gosh, she look like her mom. Hold on. She looks like her mom. Let me show y'all. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want to get striked. Because they be striking me, Chad. Look. She look like her mom. She look like her mom. Like, oh my God. With the hair. It's like her all over again. All right, so she don't even know she gotta go in there. They have the fur coat because basically y'all know Kimora love the fur coats and things. That's her thing. She's a DC girl. So she went up down there and she's taking a picture in the suit with the glasses on and the fur coat. And she said the car is hot. She said, my face is insured if I fall. Aoki is a mess. And Kimora said, you are insured. Mommy got your back, honey. She is cleaning it. She is killing it. She just got wrecked too as well as she takes it. She got her little heels on her. It is cute. Let me see if I can pause get a good. Oh yeah, the car is hot. And then now she got the big platforms on. Okay, here we go. Let me show y'all. Y'all go watch it. It's taking me back, y'all. Look. She ate. She ate. Baby, she ate. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me take this down. Hold on. Is it sharing? Y'all can't even see. My bad, y'all. Let me take this picture down. She ate. She ate. She ate that. Wait, hold on. She ate that. Baby, she was getting them angles too. She was posing. She say, wait, it's hot. So she's taking her pictures and stuff. And then, wow. So, she gets done. They're doing some more pictures. So now they're helping her put her hands. Excuse me, she get done and she gonna change. So she changed it to the black number. She thought they were done. And she talking about they just started. So they're trying to fix her up, like hanging out the car and not covering her face, showing her face. And here comes Mean. So Mean pulls up right behind the car while they're taking a photo, gets out the car and walks up by like Mean is petty. Mean walks in between after they done shooting. She's such a sister. So she's taking her pictures. So this was before that. She didn't say hey, she just walked in. And then they asked her about her relationship between her and Aoki, and she say it's kind of strange. She left for Bali, never said too much, never said when she coming back, what she doing there. She wasn't there for Thanksgiving. It was like she just ran away. So it was like she want to go talk to me. So Ming is walking around the house with her green smooth. You can't tell me this is not Kimora. Child, you cannot. She's walking around the house with her green smoothie, child. And not saying nothing. She hearing her talk junk about me steady walking like la 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 la. Girl, I'll deal with you later. La da 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 da. Me. So I cool and they was like, well, let me go talk to her. And she was like, she don't let nobody in here. And she walked into her room. So, and me say it's like she wanted to be about her sometimes. So while me getting her hair done, she wants to go talk to Aoki walked to go talk to me, talk to me. And she putting her gloves on and stuff for the suit because I guess Mean turned and she looks and she said, hey, and she stopped and see her. She say, look so pretty, and Mean looking like what? And she say, what's going on? And she say, your nipples falling out. She said, they falling out. And she say, you look good, you look healthy. And she said, that's effed up. I look healthy. And then Mean was like, yeah, you look good. She say, you look good. She say, healthy. You can say healthy means fat in this house, and you're kind of effed up for that. She said, that's not what I meant. So she took like Mean drink and drinking and saying, you look healthy, you look very healthy. So now she touching on her sister. She looked refreshed. She said, no, you just look refreshed. She said, what you trying to call me fat? She said, no, give me that. You just look refreshed. She said, it's not. And then Ming say, you went to Bali, you came back looking healthier. Like, what are you trying to say? And so Kimora is just sitting there, just looking like, what is going on? When they argue, it'd be so funny because usually Kimora be like, but now they grown, she letting them just get it out. And Kimora just sitting here like, oh, I want to intervene, but they're grown. As long as it don't get too disrespectful, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm trying to hold it. I'm trying something different. And she say, you look healthy the real way. So wait, Kimora just sitting there biting her lip like, this is what I go through. This is what I go through with these girls. So Aoki walked off and then me say, oh my God. So you just gonna walk up out of here? So I can say me just being a B. And then she say you can't last the winter. And she say, well maybe she means son kids. That's what she told the thing say not just healthy. She told her she was like she felt like she was saying you look ready to hibernate, and then Mean say she really didn't mean that, and then Kimura said there's no hibernating, you won't make it, don't worry. And then Aoki was like, thank you. She said, okay, next question. So me, tell myself, well, welcome home. So then Kimora friend come over. They go golfing in the sun. She say it's not her thing, but it's her best friend thing. Her friend name is Wanda, so they're gonna go have fun. And it's called Women Who Golf. And she say, what the heck is this? So Kimora was like, she like her house. She's a Taurus. Kimora is a Taurus. She like to stay home. Kimora is fine. Long as the food is good. She's home. She ain't gotta mingle with everybody too. She don't mind being outside, but mingling with everybody else. Talking, baby, I got enough of that at home. Y'all earth signs are homebodies. The Capricorns, the Virgos, and the Taurus love home. They love home. They don't like to leave their home. So when I hear people say, "Oh, Beyonce's in it," Beyonce rather be home. This is why she be home in her sweatpants, eating her food. Mind, this is why Kimora be home in her minding her business with her kids, eating her food, minding whatever, focusing on business. They don't like to be in mess. Okay, they just don't. They're not with it. So so she's saying, it's nice not to be home because me and my own kids fight like crazy. The kids are fighting. So now they're going, she want to get a break from the kids, give her a break. They're going to go golf, her stressed out because the kids are arguing so much. And maybe that'll keep her calm. So now Wanda backing up, got her glasses on. And she was like, she's going to enjoy herself. So they get out, they meet their golf coach. She said, "Oh, hi, what's your name?" Nate. Knight. She said she called him Knight instead of Nate. But then she got it right the next time. Y'all know Kimora from DC Child. So she was talking about the animals and stuff. So she seen a mouse. She stay in California. Coyotes, mouse, stuff like that is not her thing. So she's upset. She sees the animal, a squirrel, a groundhog just flipping around. Now she moving the groundhog out the way. So she tells the Knight she did a photo shoot once because he asked her they play golf. She say she did a photo shoot once a long time ago. And then Wanda say, yeah. She say, okay, well, show us what you got. So while she's sitting here acting like she golfing and stuff, and she see a coyote. So she hauled butt in the caddy. And she said, one of your cousins ate my cat. So the coyote is on the golf course and just looking. And Wanda saying she not going to work because they like to eat people. She say she don't do coyotes and ex-husband. So Kimora child takes the golf club and chase, like just slightly chase the coyote off the golf course. So she just laying her head down. And she said, "Well, you take, oh, it's a whole bunch of them, y'all. It's like four of them." And she said, "You take them out the ecosystem and they multiply." Well, it's about to get dark. So, of course, so she told him she got him the dog said, "Child, she just being her." And her friend helped her swing. She got to swing. And she do it. And she was like, "Oh, wait." She want to put it in the hole. So she not going to stop till she do it till she get comfortable. She said that was far somebody going to measure my winning. And so her friend do it, and it's good. So they go around. He's driving around in the caddy. Why everybody in the golf cart? I'm sorry, not caddy. In the golf cart, they having fun, having a good time. The sun is going down. They're getting ready to end it, and she said she had fun. So then, Aoki goes out to eat with Kimora's friend Lala. She has her jacket on, saying hi. Oh my gosh, she's so tall. And she's talking to Lala. She says she feel like she grew and she's not cold. It's probably the menopause, whatever. And yeah, Yoki say she want to talk to different things. And Lala says she's a good friend of hers. Lala has been around for since 2001. Lala has been around Kimora for a very long time. I remember, I think Wanda was her friend around the time too. Cause I remember she had her friends and her model friends, and they knew her friend. So they all kind of been Mitzi girls, been friends and stuff. They've been friends for a while. But yeah, so she's a auntie for the kids as well. And they say they grace, they say friends and stuff. And Yogi with the talk to her, so she got very good advice. So they're ordering food, they're getting ready to have a conversation. And Lala at she said she wanted to talk to her. She glad that she got away because she needed to. And Ayoki said she started working and overlapping with information, and she see a difference with her because she left as a young girl. She came back as a woman, and she's becoming who she's supposed to be. And Ayoki said she liked it that, and she thought that Lala was going to say she was worried a while where she would go. Somewhere. First of all, Bali is a very nice place to go. If you went through something and you need healing or trying to figure out something, go to Bali. I'm trying to go. So Lala, um, was saying that she understand and saying that she needed that rest in that time. But Lala was like, she didn't tell her, she didn't call her and say she was going to Bali. And then she said she called. So a lot of people in the family are upset that she can't go. And people are saying that one person said she can't go be an adult and get away. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, nobody making her feel guilty, right? But when you have a close knit family that just want to check on you and make sure you okay because they know anything can happen, that's all they care about. Hey, I'm having fun. Now I'll talk to you later. Or you used to talking to that person, they'll talk to you. That's a problem. She didn't get in touch with people for only months. And she said a text came when she was in the air, when she was in there. And then Ayoki D was like, she was just texting. She wasn't going yet. But she said it was a made decision. And Lala was afraid. She was afraid of what her mom was going to say, and I wasn't too afraid because I was busy packing. And Lala said she left her mother. She was, basically so hurt because she just left out of the middle of nowhere. Kimora be like, "That's my baby. Like, what did I do?" And then she was supposed to be for the holidays, and she left. Now, a lot of people think she went to go see her daddy. I don't think so. Now I got a question. While she was there, did she see her daddy? Because her daddy lives in Bali. Did she go talk to her dad? And did they have a conversation? Did they work things out? I want to know. That's the question that everybody got because y'all know they when they were going at it. hmm And another thing, she needed healing because you gotta understand, me and Aoki was very close to Russell as well. So imagine your mom moving on, doing things, and then all of a sudden, your dad is kind of just like haven't talked to you. They're daddy girls, like the kissing and the hugging. They don't get that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of bothers them. And then, Lala said she think it was selfish and she didn't tell anyone because it was hard for everybody because she just left and she saw how sad everyone was and how they missed her. And she needed to spend time with her siblings. But she needed rest and a break. But she that she, happy that she was doing that. But she just want her to come by and check on everybody often, but just do it better than what she did. But she didn't realize, Aoki was like, she didn't realize how much she missed being with her family and being around them. So now she understands because she was there. And she feel like they communicate too much. She need a break from communicating. And she feel like they communicate too much as the world. And Lala say, "So you such a shady girl." Nobody but Aoki. So now we go into Kimora get questioned about the kids question Kimora about her 2004 mugshot. Y'all remember that? So the kids question her. So me is talking to her mom, and Kenzo is riding the scooter around the house, and they about to have dinner. So, they know the kids. She say the kids be busy, and so it's great to have like a family dinner. I like how she got her kitchen table set up. It's not it's like a booth at the restaurant. I like it. So Aoki is there, Ming is there, and Kenzo is there. And Ming say she feel like Aoki is very delusional because it's like she think everything supposed to go back to normal, and that's not how it is. So she said, Lala said it was so spend some time with each sibling, so that's what she's gonna do. So, whoop. So they have a thing on the side seat to where Ming sits at a certain place. She say, "Get out my seat." What does that say? Ming is too much. So I hope it's like, and everybody looking like, wow. So me put that it was hers and mom's. And Kimora was like, "You guys didn't give up anything. It's my seat. It's my table. I sit at the corner of the table." She said, "You don't even live here." So Aoki was like, "I want one too." So Wolf is over here. He done got the post-it note and gave everybody a post-it note. He say, "Spell your name." He say, "I don't know. It's been a while." She say, "It's so upsetting." She say, "How long I've been gone? And I've been home for a little bit. Everything has now changed." Aoki, you've been gone for 6 months, homegirl. You missed a lot. You missed a lot, friend. And she said she has a way of doing home to pick her own path. And so Aoki get up, take her phone, and she stand in front of everybody while they're sitting there. She say, "Why do you have a mug shot?" So Kimura was like, "How did you?" And then Ming was like, "Oh, I know why." They said she got pulled over for paraphernalia in her car. And then Aoki said, "Paraphernalia, alluding." Yeah. So now she say, they say, "Well, you act like you be say you act like you ain't have it in your car." She say, "Absolutely not." So hold on. So she say that whole mug shot was BS. She got pulled out for nothing. But she wasn't stopping right there for him in the middle of nowhere. So she pulled. Now y'all know Kimora gonna be like, "Girl, child, please, I'm not." You better pull. We finna pull over right here. They just shady and sarcastic, and I love it. But what do you expect? They say the looting was running away, but she said she wasn't even running away. She was saying that was the looting. They say it was the weed of the looting. She said she smiled and it came out a cute mugshot. It was a cute mugshot. Baby, she was the queen before it was. Ooh, that's a cute. She was the queen of mug. That was a mug shot. I wonder what the license looked like. I know the license is cute. I know the license is eating. She said I had a mug shot. I don't know what to tell you. She said so they took a picture. She said she stood right there on that bench in the corner mirror so they could see everything. And she stood up on it, checked her face, made sure her looks and stuff was good. And she said she saw a lot of good mug shots after that. So they have a nice little spread. It's pizza, pasta, salad. So say she said she got a photo shoot that she's flying home at 6 in the morning the next day. So everybody's saying what they got going on. I can say she's very happy. So, me say that she's putting in effort with the way that they speak to each other. And it's just with love. And Kimora say she's glad and she's, everybody eating it together, and they were saying about Jaden. She say that Jaden now knows that they eat together, and spend time. So I don't want to, but she said, I know she gave a backstory that Jaden is her bonus son. They spend time together. He lives there. She spent all her money on Jaden, and I like that for her, because what's really I love is they eat together. He falls right in with them. It's not like Jaden is being left out from what we see. Like, she spent her money on them, she's going to spend her money on Jaden. Jaden not going without neither. So I liked that. I like how she got his ears pierced. I like that. She said, "You guys are doing great paying you guys' bills." Because I remember one episode she called everybody, and she said, "I pay everybody phone bill and nobody answers." She said, "Maybe I need to cut it off." So, she back. She We see her getting things ready to relaunch Baby Fat, and I like that, and I hope that she continues more episodes. Um, she has these cute bomber jackets, jerseys. She want the girls to work together, because whenever she's getting ready to leave, take a step down, she wants the girl to take over and know what they're doing. And that seems like she getting them geared up for that to next big step. Um, but I see her being a mom again with Wolf. We see them growing up, and now she is letting them take charge of the photo shoots and the things that she do, so they can understand. I like that. It's so hard to see this, because we didn't get this. It's crazy. Like, we got, let me see. With Fab Life, we got I know it's not available in my country, of course. Hold on. We got this, y'all. This is crazy. Look. We got babies, and Kenzo was in the stroller. We didn't like it. Kimora was really, really young. She still look young, like she's aging great, but this is what we got with the girls. I'm excited for this new season. I love it. I like it. It's different to see, because when she first came out, it was her, Russell, the girls. Now it's just her, the girls, and the boys, and it's like, what the hell? And I kind of like this for her. I can't wait to do more reviews. We will do episode 4 next week. Tomorrow I will be back. I'm going to go ahead and end this live, but I will be back. Wait, what time is it? Oh my God. Okay, I'm finna end this live, and we're finna go over to the next live. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. We got another live. I'm finna end it. Please jump on that live. Later.
Roman on 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, things and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God.